So Cleveland will get the first possession. Up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Warriors. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Harrison Barnes is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Curry in at the guard position. Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Irving for three. The shot is off.
Well, it was only recently that the Cavs fans were worried that they'd lose Kyrie Irving in free agency, much like they'd lost LeBron. Now, not only has LeBron returned, but the Cavs have locked up Irving to a long-term contract.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. And Draymond Green picks up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
First team foul.
On the wing, James. He's covered by Iguodala. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
On defense, the Warriors, and Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green.
It's a couple of turnovers for him here in the early part of the quarter. He's going to have to tighten things up a little bit.
James with it. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Got a piece of it. And stolen by James. Irving with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Offensive rebound. The kick out to LeBron. LeBron right side. Back to Irving. Passes it to Shumpert. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Shumpert's got his first 3 points of the game.
And a lot of times his first quarter seems to dictate how big of a role he plays later on, and he's off to the good start.
Curry. And the Warriors tack on two more.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back in the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning.
Drains the three-pointer. Curry's got 5 now.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%, can't do better than that.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Another 3 for Cleveland. And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky for them is the limit.
As are the expectations.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Here's Green. Mozgov grabs the board. Shumpert against Iguodala. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. The kick out to LeBron. On the wing, Shumpert deflects the pass. Back to LeBron. On the wing, Irving. 4 on the clock. Shumpert, no good.
And one more note about Cleveland. Everyone will now assume that they will make the playoffs this year, but the ultimate goal is a title. Something that hasn't happened in the city of Cleveland for any major sport in a long time. Probably 64, I think, maybe the last title.
Ben, you're right on.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Curry attacking, and the rejection by James. And here we go, Shumpert into the hoop, scooped up, and the pass to Irving, and a wide open look for James. They get it back. Mozgov dishes to LeBron, and another shot. And there's Shumpert. That's good on the assist by James. Shumpert's got 5.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Andre Iguodala, a free agent going into last season. He showed a lot of patience, even letting more lucrative offers lapse as he held out for the slim chance that the Warriors could clear the space to sign him.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Lee comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
When you talk about Iguodala holding out for the Warriors, I mean, it shows just how much he wanted to be a part of this team. He felt they were one piece away, and he hoped he could be that player.
Here's James, and again it's Cleveland. 1:11 left here in the first quarter. Warriors trail by 6. Livingston passes to Barbosa. Smith with the ball, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Here is Livingston. Iguodala outside. Goes back up. And it's rebounded by Anderson Varejão.
He was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Here's Bogut. Here's Lee. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Lee's got his first basket.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team. These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Barbosa's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 7. The drive by James. Now Varejão inside. Now the dish to Dellavedova. LeBron kicks to Smith. Varejão passes to Thompson. This one for 3. James with the bucket. James has got 8 points.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Cleveland.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been...
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Thompson and Varejão at the 4 and 5. Kyrie Irving. And it's Smith in at the 3 slot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here is Livingston. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Thompson with the block. Smith in the posts. The Warriors pull it in.
Got a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss. The Warriors last season voted the most fun team to watch in the NBA. Easy to see why. Arguably the greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history. And a lot of great passers, too.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Andre Iguodala is perhaps the premier wing defender in the league. Dre himself said, "I used to always joke with my coaches, I could play defense in my sleep. But it's not just natural ability," he said. "There's another me in the league. They have the same things. Long arms, quick feet, and they can defend. They just choose not to do it." Kevin?
It comes from within, Doris. Thank you. And you watch the Warriors, Clark. They're having fun playing out there. Great chemistry on the floor and in the locker room.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a college atmosphere.
It does.
I mean, their harmony and chemistry is outstanding. A lot of youthful enthusiasm. And remember, despite their success, this is still one of the youngest teams in the league.
Here's Irving. Comes up empty down low.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
He dishes it to Dellavedova. It's off his foot. And the officials saying it was kicked. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Varejão. Love comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Matthew Dellavedova. Golden State also making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Bogut. Klay Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Now Irving. After Amon Shumpert missed from long range. And that's an intentional foul.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
That's in there. Love with the assist. 8 points for Amon Shumpert.
Now, the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. It's 5 straight wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
Love is known for how explosive he can be on offense, but he still gets knocked on for his defensive prowess or lack thereof. He seems to be tiring of it, though, and he's put in a lot of work. I think he's gotten better. Oh, my God.
I remember last season when Tyson Chandler had remarks about Love's defense, and Love just brushed it off. It's something he's heard before and has followed him even in his rise to the highest ranks of the NBA.
And I think it's been a bit of an overhyped and overstated problem for him. I mean, he does so much more on the court than people think. I don't think he'll ever be an NBA All-Star defender, but he's more than capable of holding his own at that end of the floor. I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Irving attacking.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Barnes dishes to Green. Outside for Curry. And another basket for Golden State.
And Irving's still one to write down goals. He used to write them in a notebook he still keeps. Now he'll write them down in his phone. All part of setting his sights high and dreaming big.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. Love outside. Smith kicks to Irving. The 10-footer. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Irving's got 9 points. And for Irving, just like those words in the back of his closet stayed hidden, his great talent stayed hidden for a long time as well.
Yeah, it didn't really dominate until his senior year of high school, Kevin. Only 11 games he played at Duke. It might seem he was an overnight sensation in the NBA, but in truth, he spent a lifetime laying the foundation for his game.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Now here's Curry. He has 7, and yes, sir, that one drops. Irving against Curry. Irving with a clean look, and he gets it to go from the high post. Irving's got the lead up to 14 now for the Cavs. Curry passes to Barnes. Kicks to Lee. It's tipped. Golden State moving it around. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good from outside. Cleveland's gotten gold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Barnes. The full court Hail Mary is offline.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr taking over as head coach of the Warriors, a 5-time NBA champion. His focus is on creating sustained success. He said, "We've got a chance to be really good for the next decade. Let's just take a swing every year and be consistent with our efforts, and we'll have our chances." And we get to watch him, Kevin.
Looking to build something that'll last. Thank you, Doris. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
For the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. James comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Here's James, following the basket by Stephen Curry. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Anderson Varejão's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Warriors also making a change. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Curry. The drive by James, and it's sent back by Bogut. Dellavedova kicks to James. 2 on the clock. He was all alone on that one. LeBron's got 10 points.
You know, the first shot defense has been pretty good, but they've been getting beat way too often with the second and third chance.
Well, the good coaches always say defense doesn't end until you secure that rebound.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The shot from the low post is good. LeBron's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
It's Thompson off the drive.
Great job. Takes it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. And so Thompson nails both of them.
Oh my God, I just got that.
9 seconds left now here in the second. James kicks to Thompson. That's good. Got his first points in this one.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Thompson from long range. No good on that last second. And we finish one. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade.
Irving has simply been great. He has 14 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Draymond Green is out there with Harrison Barnes. Mozgov kicks to Shumpert. James outside. And Draymond Green picks up the foul.
Well, Kevin Love, not an above-the-rim player, but still one of the elite rebounders in the game. He does it with positioning and strength and anticipation.
Now here's James. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. Irving with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. You know what, guys? I think you could almost create an instructional video on how to rebound and just use sequences of Kevin Love's rebounding.
I love the way he works to get position on the weak side, and he carves out space, and his timing is impeccable. I mean, it's positioning, it's body strength, it's strength of hands, it's focus, and he does it every time. I mean, he never lets up, and you love to see that.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul, 14 foul.
Irving against Curry. Irving dishes to Shumpert. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Warriors trail by 17. And Curry, here we go. Pass to Barnes. 3-pointer. And he gets it to go. Barnes has got 7 points.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3. Hammer time! Hammer time! You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
And guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Andre Iguodala got off to a hot start last season. He shot 45% from long range through the first 2 months of the season. But after a hamstring injury, his percentages and his aggressiveness all seem to tail off.
Irving double team. On the wing, James. And another 3 for Cleveland.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Physically, there's no doubt that you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Here's Curry, following the basket by LeBron James. And Curry, here we go. Again, Curry missing.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
And Cleveland making a change here. Smith is checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Lee comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. And here's Barnes for three. That's good. Barnes has got two now from beyond the arc in the third for the Warriors.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
James kicks to Smith. There's the triple. And again, it's LeBron with the three. LeBron's got 22 points.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Curry's shot is good.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Irving passes to Smith. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors trail by 17.
Well, you know, the Warriors have been a tough team at home for a while now. But it's in the last few years where they've proven that they can get it done on the road as well.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
To the inside. Here's Irving. Kicks it out to James. This is his first free throw of the game.
Last season, he made good on about 3 of every 4 free throws. Almost exactly 75%.
What a game for LeBron. 22 points, and he's drained 4 3-pointers here as well.
With more to come, maybe. The way his shot looks tonight, it looks like he's in for a big night.
Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. The Warriors also with a sub. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Curry.
Well, the Warriors did more than hold their own on the road. They slowly have become one of the best road teams in the league. 24 wins away from Oracle last year.
Warriors trail by 20. Livingston dishes to Barbosa, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Barbosa's got his first 2 points. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Back on the topic of the Warriors, those 24 wins, Clark, are actually the third most in the entire NBA.
That really is something. Only the Spurs and Thunder won more road games than the Warriors did. And when you get hot like this team can, you can win in any building, and they proved that. Here's
Iguodala, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Barbosa kicks to Barnes. Offline with his three. The Cavaliers. Great D that time from Iguodala.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be Lee shooting. That's on LeBron James. Anderson Varejau's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Irving. And the Warriors also making a change. Bogut's checked in.
You look at how efficient David Lee is around the basket. He can go over either shoulder and use either hand to score. Broke his wrist in high school, and it's part of the reason why he's been able to develop that offhand so well.
Warriors trail by 19. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Offensive rebound. Tries again. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
How about the three-point shooting we're seeing so far, guys? Amazing.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
And he can't hit the second. Looking at David Lee, you know, guys, the one thing that really stands out about him, and there's a lot, but a very well-rounded offensive game.
Well, he's so mobile. He's an ambidextrous finisher around the rim. He can step out and hit that mid-range jumper. You know, the ability to use both hands kind of reminds me of you, Kevin, how you sometimes hold the mic in your left hand, sometimes with the right.
I'm glad you noticed.
Yeah, one thing about Steve, he is observant. You know that. He doesn't miss much.
Oh, boy, he is just cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead.
James with the ball. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And then for Golden State, Green, he's checked in for Bogut. And it's Thompson in for Leandro Barbosa.
And David Lee is great playing off the ball in the pick and roll. He really is one of the very best at that particular skill. He can put it on the deck, handles it in many ways like a guard in 6-7 dribble situations, and with his passing he can punish the defense for trying to help and double team him.
Warriors trail by 18. He lobs it up, and Andre Iguodala with the slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark, that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
And it was nice. Just a gorgeous assist.
For Cleveland, they have been coming through at the charity streak. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Shooting for Cleveland, LeBron James.
And both free throws good for LeBron. Seven seconds left to play in the third. Here's Lee. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. The Cavaliers leading by 18. Thompson and Verija at the 4 and 5. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's LeBron in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And Verija kicks to Thompson. The feed to Dellavedova. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Warriors trail by 18. Jumps up. And
Importantly, that's how you finish it.
For Cleveland, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. No one near James as he lets it go. Good on the three-point shot. LeBron's got 18 points now here in the second half. Warriors shooting about 42% so far. It's Curry with the drive from past the arc, and that one's good.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. James left side. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on this one.
Yeah, you love that body control.
Oh, that one had it all, guys. Power and grace. Just beautiful.
Now here's Curry. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
And the dunk by James.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Verija. Love comes in for Thompson. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And here they go. The finish. And Thompson sends it back. Feeds to Irving. It's tipped and stolen by Barnes. And it's the Warriors on the break. Green with the ball. And he lays in the alley-oop.
How about that nice 1-2 punch there, guys? Great defensive play, and, of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. And the Cavaliers lead by 20. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And stolen by Irving. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good.
So many accomplishments in LeBron's career, but one milestone he reached last year, 20,000 points, 5,000 assists, and 5,000 rebounds in his first 800 games played. That's incredible.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. Now here's Curry, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. To the wing right side. Out to Thompson. There's the 3.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
James with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And that is good. And that's now 38 points for LeBron.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
And Green slams it in.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
The Cavaliers leading by 22. Down low, here's Iguodala. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
That lead pass allowed him to get straight to the hoop without losing any momentum.
The drive by James. Power down with both hands.
You know, when he has that basket in his sights, he will go right at it. Once he's in tight, he is a flawless finisher.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. There's the block. Outside Curry. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Curry's got 20.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. And that'll be his third foul so far.
You heard talk last year of the NBA perhaps considering adding a four-pointer as a shot. Had a huge impact if it was implemented. I think that would be a reach, folks. Let's stay with the three-pointer.
And here is Curry following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Here's Green. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Wow, what a throwdown. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
Curry. The shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Barnes. Outside Curry. From deep three-point range, Curry with another miss.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, you kind of thought that maybe going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
And what a huge standout performance it was for LeBron. You have to look at his steals and when he would come up with them as major factors in this result.
Curry passes to Barnes, and he lobs it up toward the rim. James right side. There's the bucket. Good. James has got 42 in the game.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
It's Iguodala with the drive, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Miller's checked in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. And then for Golden State, Andrew Bogut checked in for Barnes. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Dellavedova kicks to Irving. Irving double teamed on the wing. Miller. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Out to the right wing. Here's Livingston. They get it again. And Bogut slams it in.
We knew what was going to happen with that one when he got his hands on it.
Yeah, you know, if the ball comes to him off the offensive boards, Clark, it's going to go back down hard.
It's amazing how many points he salvages for his team.
So is he...
Thank you, Kevin. Congratulations, LeBron, on this win. What were the contributing factors to how well this team...